Hello everyone, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. It has been way too long since my last upload. I just cannot believe how quickly time is flying by. Literally, I feel like September just went like that. Like, how? But recently I've been working really hard on my freelance makeup artist business. So, you know, just building clients, building my experience, and I've honestly been loving it. You know, I'm learning more and more every day how to run my own business. What else have I been up to? This week I have a whole bunch of brand events. So I have a benefit one tonight. In a few days I'm heading on a boat for a launch party with Be Perfect. I'm also heading to Melbourne with Mecca for a Morphe event. I cannot wait. Literally, like, every time I receive that invitation for a brand event, my heart skips a beat a little. First of all, I'm like, are you sure this is meant to be sent to me? Like, how? You know, it's crazy. And second of all, yes, I would definitely be there. I love brand events. So yeah, I'm super excited for those. I'm also heading to Queenstown in New Zealand, as well as Cook Islands in a few weeks with my boyfriend. We're going on a little getaway. So yeah, just really exciting stuff coming up, but I have honestly missed you guys. So I just want to thank you so much for your support and patience and for sticking around. You know, it truly means the world to me. So yeah, I'm really excited to be back at you today with another makeup tutorial, and today's video is extra special because I'm actually partnering with Mecca. So Mecca just recently launched Morphe in their stores and online, and guys, I was beyond excited. Like, Morphe is one of my favorite brands, and to now have their products so accessible to me, you know, I can literally just nip to my local shopping center, pick up a whole bunch of Morphe goodies. Literally, I was jumping for joy. So yeah, in today's video, I'm going to be using a bunch of products that you can find at Mecca, as well as some of my favorite Morphe products. One of them you have seen so many times before on my channel, and that is the Morphe / James Charles palette. So we're going to be creating something fun and super colorful. I've actually hit pan on 2 shades in this palette, and guys, that never happens because I'm always switching up my palettes. So that shows that this palette is well loved. It's amazing. So yeah, I'm actually going to be dipping into the shades that I've hit pan on because they are my favorite. So the purple, the yellow, maybe the pink. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what look I come up with. And you know that like diamante jewel trend that's been going around recently on like Instagram and YouTube? Well, I've been loving that trend. So I also have some little diamantes here. We might pop those on at the end of the look. We'll see how adventurous I'm feeling. But yeah, I hope that you guys are excited about today's video. Before you leave, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click that little notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I post a brand new video. And when I'm not posting and, you know, active here on YouTube, I'm always posting new looks and new little mini makeup tutorials on Instagram. So I'll go ahead and leave that linked down below. But yeah, I think that's about it. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into this video. So let's start with the base today. So I'm going to take the Too Faced HangoveRX primer, and this one, it just feels really nice on the skin. You know, it gives it a little bit of hydration. It just brightens it, makes the skin feel nice and smooth, and just, you know, preps it for the makeup. So I fake tanned last night, and what I like to do is take the Urban Decay Self-Adjusting Complexion Primer. You guys know that I love this stuff, and sometimes, you know, the fake tan can kind of gather a little bit on those drier areas of your skin. So I just like to take a little bit of this. I don't mind using my finger with this product when I do have fake tan on, but if I'm a little bit more pale, I like to use this product with a brush. But I'll just go in with my finger and apply this product on those like darker areas where the fake tan has kind of stuck to the skin and gathered a little bit. And this product just really blurs out the skin, and it's just going to create like a really even canvas for the foundation. Okay, so now that this skin is all prepped, we're going to go in with foundation, and I'm going to be taking the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This has an SPF of 15 and I'm in the shade NC20. Now, can you believe that I am a makeup artist yet I've never tried this foundation before? I feel like it's a holy grail foundation in a lot of makeup artists' kit, but I guess because I am just starting out, you know, you need such a large range of different colored foundations when you're a freelance makeup artist, obviously, because you know you're working with so many different clients that have different skin colors, and you know, buying this product in bulk, it would get a little bit pricey. So for the moment, I have found a foundation that works really well for my clients. They're loving it, and it's a little bit more affordable, but I'm really excited to be trying this foundation today and potentially, you know, save up to buy this product in bulk, buy a whole heap of different shades. So yeah, I'm really excited to be testing this foundation today. But before I go in with it, I'm actually just going to take a flat brush and I'm going to carve around my brows, just because, as you can see, I have done my brows off camera and we don't want to ruin all of the hard work that went into them. So I'm just going to carve around the brows just so that I don't mess them up when going in with the foundation. And to apply the foundation today, I'm going to take the Morphe M439 brush. This is a big fat kabuki brush. It blends the foundation really beautifully into the skin. And as you can see, I won't be applying the foundation on my eyelid area today, just because I want to leave that bare so that we have a clean canvas to work with when applying the eyeshadows. Okay, cool. My skin is looking really nice. As you can see, it still has a bit of a glow to it. You know, it's more of a like natural matte finish. The Too Faced primer also could be contributing to that, but I really like the finish of it. It definitely was a medium coverage foundation, but I was able to build up to more of a medium to full coverage, which is more of my personal preference. But yeah, my skin's looking really nice. So now let's move on to concealer, and I have here the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer. This is in the shade Fair Warm, and I really like this concealer. I actually really like the foundation, the All Nighter foundation as well. I just haven't had a chance to pick it up in like my tan shade. I only have my like ghostly white shade, so I really need to do that. But yeah, I really like this concealer. It is very full coverage. It sits really nicely on my skin, easy to like blend into the foundation. So yeah, I'm just gonna be popping this under my eyes and down the center of my face to brighten those areas. And this color is probably also more of my fair shade, but that's okay. We'll just blend it really well into the foundation so that it doesn't look too bright and harsh, you know. It just sits and blends really nicely with the rest of the face. So I'm now going to set all those liquids into place just to ensure they don't like slip and slide throughout the day. So I'm going to take the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. This has a little lid to prevent powder from getting everywhere. So I'm just going to be tapping this product into the lid, and then I'm going to be first of all setting under my eyes. So to do this, I'm going to take the Morphe E48 brush, and this brush just fits under the eyes perfectly. So I'm just going to be patting the product under there, and then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be taking the Morphe E2 brush. And again, I'm just going to be using tapping motions to apply this product rather than like circular motions, just to ensure that we don't move any of those liquid products. And while setting my base, I found that I really didn't have to do much. The foundation had kind of set itself, you know, my skin wasn't left feeling tacky or anything, which I really liked. I'm so excited to bring some color and warmth back to my face. So I'm going to take the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I know this is the old packaging, you know, they've updated it, made it a whole lot more glamorous. I've actually noticed that a lot of my makeup in my collection does have like old packaging, but recently I've tried to be really like conscious of not wasting my makeup products, just because I realized like, wow, I have a lot of makeup that could be potentially wasted if, you know, I don't get through everything before throwing out things or before buying new products, you know. So as you can see, I have hit pan on this product. I'm going to get through it before, you know, buying a new one. Things like mascaras, you know, I have like 15 mascaras that are like half opened, half used. I'm like, okay, just take one at a time, get through one, and then throw it out, you know, and then finish, you know, all 15 before buying like more mascaras. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, just I'm trying to be a little bit more conscious about not wasting my makeup products recently. But yeah, I'm going to be taking this product and I'm going to be applying all around the perimeters of my face just to warm up my skin, give it that gorgeous bronzy sun-kissed look. I'm actually going to use a palette that Morphe don't even sell anymore, but I like it, so I'm going to use it. It's the 9N palette. I actually have another one of these, and they're amazing for clients, you know, because they have all these different blush tones. But Morphe have other blush palettes. They have little trios and things now. They're a lot more on brand and glamorous than this palette. So if you can get your hands on those, I think that would be really, really nice. But for now, I'm going to be using this palette. And I think I'm going to go in with maybe this shade because it's nice and neutral. And this is the E4 brush. And I'm just going to be applying this to the apples of my cheeks, bringing it back towards my temples just to add a nice flush of color to my face. To give us that glow, I'm going to go in with a highlighter that I absolutely love. This is the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in Brilliance. This is like a gorgeous champagne-y gold shade, and this highlighter, it's like putty. It is the softest thing like you've literally ever touched, and it makes your skin look wet. I love it. And to apply this today, I'm going to take the Morphe M310 brush, and I'm not usually a fan of like smaller fan brushes. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? But a nice big one like this, it gets the job done so quickly. So I love this brush and I'm obsessed with this highlighter. Wow. I mean, you cannot tell me my skin does not look wet with this product. Like, you have to be careful with it though, because it can go from like 0 to 100 real quick. But I mean, check that out. So pretty. You know what? I already have a little bit of highlight on my collarbones, but let's add some more. This brush is like perfect for this step. Ooh, check that out. Ooh, so good. So before moving on to the eyes, I just want to set everything, lock it all in for the day to ensure nothing is going to budge. So to do that, I'm going to take the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And guys, I know you have probably heard this like 101 times, but it really does have like the finest mist out of any setting spray I have ever used. Like, check this out. Ooh, so good. Okay, so let's move on to the eye looks. I'm going to start by applying an eyeshadow primer, and I think I'm going to blend out this look quite far today. So I'm going to be applying this eyeshadow primer past my eye and then just using my finger to diffuse any harsh lines between that primer and the rest of my base. Okay, so grabbing the palette now, and I'm going to take the darkest purple, which is the shade Escape, and I'm going to take that on one of my favorite blending brushes. This is the Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to be applying that in my outer corner and then gradually working this in my crease. Now I do have hooded eyes, so I'm going to cheat the process a little bit, and I'm going to be applying this shade above my natural crease, still following my natural crease shape, but I just want more lid space to work with. And as you can see, I'm using like packing and little tiny wriggle motions. That way the eyeshadow is going to stick to that wet base for maximum pigmentation. I'm just using tapping motions to help diffuse any harsh edges. I'm sure most of you know James Charles also has a brush set with Morphe, and in that brush set come two of the brushes that I just used. So I'm now going to take the clean one and I'm going to dip into this shade here, this one called Love That. And I actually say that expression all the time. Like, I'm like, ooh, love that. Or I'm like, love that for you. I don't know why. Like, maybe I picked up from watching James Charles's videos. I have no idea idea where I got that from, but yeah, I'm going to be dipping into this shade, and I'm just going to be applying that just above the previous shade. We're doing the exact same steps and techniques. We're just going to gradually work towards that light yellow shade. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the yellow shade from the palette, this one here called B, and I'm going to be applying that, but not in the same way I have done the previous shades, because if I went in and I blended that yellow shade into those purpley tones, it's going to create like an orangey pinky color, which is fine when we want to blend yellow into the purple, but I still want the yellow to be present, you know? I want it to be like, oh, okay, we see the yellow, then there's a nice blend into the purple. So I'm gonna stamp that yellow shade above the previous shade, and I know it's gonna look like a hot mess right now. It's gonna look like we're trying to create like a bruised eye effect or something, but trust me, trust the process. It's gonna work out eventually. Okay guys, well that's the finished look. A super easy, blended, seamless look. I'm totally kidding. We look, yeah, we look interesting right now. But for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip between this shade here and this one here, and I'm just gonna blend. Like, I'm gonna blend until my hand hurts. Like, just keep on blending so that there's a beautiful seamless gradient from the purple into the yellow. And as you can see, I'm taking my shadows and blending them a lot higher than I usually would, just because I really do want like a nice blown out look. You know, the yellow isn't too harsh, so it's really, looks really nice, like blended into the foundation. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the blending here for now. This is just kind of the base. And now I'm going to cut the crease, and this is gonna give us a guideline of, you know, where we still need to blend, how the look is all coming together. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Again, just cutting the crease above my natural crease, just to give us more lid space to work with. And you guys know the drill. I'm just gonna take some makeup remover on a cotton tip, and I'm just gonna remove all of that excess base so that we have a clean canvas to work with on the lid, and then we can go back in and blend more without like the shadow getting stuck to the concealer, it becoming patchy, all of that. So as you can see, I've removed quite a lot of the first shade we applied, which was that dark purple. That's why I wasn't too worried about, you know, the blending when I first started, because I was like, I know I'm gonna be covering up most of this anyway, but we're actually gonna go back in and reapply it. So I'm just gonna take more of that dark purple shade, and I'm gonna line around the edge of the cut crease, and this is gonna really define it, bring that purple color back, and yeah, just really make that cut crease stand out. And then just grabbing a little bit more of those pink shades, so Love That and Skip, and back in with that blending brush, and I'm gonna use that to just blend everything, create a gorgeous gradient. Yeah, just blend everything out. So as you can see, that's just really intensified things, you know, brought some more depth and dimension to the look. So I'm now gonna go back in with a cotton tip and makeup remover just to clean up and remove all of that excess shadow on the lid to really sharpen things up. And I know this process is like quite tedious, you know, going back and forth, but this is gonna ensure that you have a gorgeous like gradient and blend the look rather than just like adding the color and like, you know, not doing step by step. And I mean, this palette just makes the whole process so much easier. It's so easy to blend. As you can see, I have no fallout. That's why I was super confident with, you know, applying my face first and then going in with the eye look. You know, it's great to have that choice of, you know, not like, oh, I have to do the eye look first because otherwise there's going to be heaps of fallout. You know, with this palette, you don't have to worry about it. I truly love this palette. You guys have seen it on my channel heaps of times before. It is like my go-to. Okay, so before I finish off this eye, I'm just going to go ahead and get this eye to the same step, and then we need to finish off the lid, lashes, lower lash line, and lips. So still a few more steps to go, but we're getting there. I can see it all, you know, starting to come together. I'm excited. So yeah, I will see you guys in literally 1 second. You know what? I reckon let's go on to the lower lashes. No particular reason. I just really want to create that like super blown out effect. I'm excited about that. I think it's going to look really, really cool. So we'll do that now and then we'll move back onto the lid a little bit later. So I'm just going to take the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. It's just a black pencil and I'm going to go ahead and line my waterline and tight line my eyes with it. So for the lower lashes, I'm basically doing the exact same process and like color order as my lid. So I'm going to go back in with this dark purple on the Y23 brush. I love to use this brush to really get in there as close to my lower lashes as possible. Most of the time when I'm doing my lower lash line, especially if I have like winged liner, I'll just take the color that's on my lid and apply it under where my lower lashes are. But for this look, because I do want it to be super blown out and blended, I'm going to take all those colors and I'm going to be applying it all the way from my inner corner to the outer edge where the eyeshadow is. This is also going to really elongate my eye. I'm thinking of like taking that yellow and kind of like blending it into the foundation a little bit. I don't know, we'll see how we go. But for now, I'm just gonna dip into this shade. A little bit of this one, but mostly this one. And I'm gonna take that on the Morphe Y22 brush. And with this shade, I'm doing the exact same steps as on the lid. So just applying it under the previous shade and blending it out. And then just back in with the same blending brush we've been using earlier and this yellow shade again. And now we're gonna start to really blend things out, create a gorgeous, beautiful gradient look. Okay, so back onto the lid, I'm just gonna take that eyeshadow base again and just apply that all over that empty lid space to prep for the eyeshadows. Okay, you guys know the drill by now. I'm just gonna go back in with the darkest purple, then the pinks, and then working my way towards the yellow. And again, just using tapping motions so that the eyeshadow will stick to that wet base for maximum pigmentation and intensity. And I'm not too worried about perfectly blending these colors together at this stage because we're actually going to be going on top of the lid with a gorgeous shimmer shade. So these colors will definitely peek through that shimmer, but you know, if they're not perfectly blended, it doesn't matter too much, you know? So what I'm going to do now is take a Stila Shimmer and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. Now, if you have not tried these before, firstly, what are you doing? Secondly, you need to get on that like ASAP because you are missing out. You need these in your life. They are so good. I love the Magnificent Glitter and Glow ones. As the name suggests, they're more glittery, but I much prefer these ones. They honestly make creating like any eyeshadow look so easy. It's just like a one-step process with this. Pop it on the lid and you are good to go. I use them on so many of my clients. Today I'm going to be using Starlight, which is like a really pretty like champagne-y goldy shade. I think when I apply it on the lid, it's going to go much more of like a yellow gold shade, which I'm really excited for. I'm just going to be popping it on a palette, obviously for like hygiene reasons, as I said. I do like to use these on clients, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and apply it on my lid. And back in with those shades we used earlier to blend between the shimmer and that outer corner shade. So I'm going to pop on some mascara. You guys know this is my holy grail, the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I just always find myself going back to this mascara no matter how many other mascaras I try. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and coat my top and bottom lashes with this. And then I'm gonna pop on some super fluffy, wispy lashes and blending my natural and false lashes together with some more mascara. Okay, we are on the home stretch, just lips and then maybe a few little gems to go. But for lips, now not a lot of people know that Mecca actually sell ABH, but they are online only. So I have this lip palette here. I'm thinking of creating like a custom nude, maybe like an orangey nude. I think I'm just gonna have to mix a few shades together, probably like this one, maybe this nude and the white, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna have to mix them and see what lip color we come up with. That's quite nice. I mean, I think I want to go like a nudie tone like this just because, you know, there's so much going on in the eyes. If we add jewels as well, like a bold lip, I think would just be, it would just be a little bit too much. Okay. I'm really happy with this color. I added a tiny little bit of a clear gloss over the top just because the finish of the ABH palette is more matte, and I just thought like a tiny little gloss over the top would finish it off really nicely. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it's all come together. So now for these jewels, I'm a little bit scared because I'm like, oh my god, is this gonna like stuff up everything? But yeah, I have these little jewels here. I'm thinking maybe like these yellowy gold ones, just like around the eyes. I wonder if this is gonna be one of those things where like it looks really good online, but then like you do it on yourself and it's like, looks terrible. Could be, I guess we're gonna find out together. This little like jewel trend is inspired by that new show that Zendaya's in. I haven't watched it personally, Euphoria. I've heard amazing things about it though, so I'm very intrigued. And I'm just gonna attach these using some lash glue. And I just got these gems from my local craft shop. They were literally like $2. Let's pop this one up here. Let's just quickly pop on some inner corner highlight before we add a little jewel there. Okay, I think we're gonna add this one like straight under my eye. Right here. Ooh, and let's add the final one right here. You know what? Now that I have like all the gems on, I'm kind of loving it. I mean, totally not everyone's cup of tea. You could just like leave the gems off, but I mean, it was a bit of fun. Why not? I'm really happy with how it's all come together, and I hope that you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much again to Mecca for partnering with me for this video. I had so much fun creating this look and playing with all of these amazing products. So thank you again for watching, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.